What if I told you that one verse in the Bible holds the power to completely transform your life, your faith, your struggles, even your future? Imagine carrying a key that unlocks peace, strength, and purpose. Stay with me, because this verse might be exactly what you need today. You see, life is full of uncertainties. One moment, everything seems fine, and the next, you're faced with trials, doubts, and challenges that shake your faith. Have you ever wondered if God is really working in your life? Have you ever questioned if there's a greater plan for your pain, your waiting, your struggles? The verse that can change everything is Romans 8:28. And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to His purpose. Read that again. All things. Not just the good moments, not just the blessings, but all things. The struggles, the heartbreak, the unanswered prayers, everything is working together for good. Even when it doesn't feel like it, God works, even in the pain. Think about Joseph in the Bible. Betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused and thrown into prison. For years, it looked like his life was nothing but suffering. But in the end, God used every trial to place him in a position of power, saving an entire nation from famine. What if Joseph had given up? What if he had let the pain define him? Joseph himself understood this truth when he told his brothers in Genesis 50:20, "You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good." Can you see how Romans 8:28 was already at work? Even back then, God took what was meant for harm and turned it into a blessing. Now, let's bring it to today. Maybe you're going through a tough season, losing a job, struggling with anxiety, feeling lost. But what if, just like Joseph, God is using this moment to prepare you for something greater? What if your setback is actually a setup for your breakthrough? Trusting when you don't see the answer. The key is in the promise. To those who love God, to those who are called, according to His purpose. When you stay close to God, trust His plan, and keep walking in faith, even the things meant to harm you will turn for good. Think about a puzzle. When you're in the middle of putting it together, the pieces don't make sense. Some seem out of place, some don't fit at first. But when the picture is complete, you see the beauty of every single piece. That's exactly how God works in your life. Maybe right now, you're holding a piece of the puzzle that doesn't make sense. Pain, loss, uncertainty. But one day, you'll look back and realize that it was necessary for the bigger picture God was creating. Biblical proof that God works all things for good. Look at Paul. He wrote Romans 8:28 while experiencing intense persecution. Beaten, imprisoned, shipwrecked. He had every reason to question if God was working for his good. But he knew something deeper. God's plan is beyond human understanding. Paul later wrote in 2 Corinthians 4:17, "For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all." Even suffering has purpose. Think about Job. He lost everything: his wealth, health, and family. Yet, through all his trials, he remained faithful. And in the end, God restored him double. What if Job had given up? He would have never seen the full blessing that God had in store. God works in your waiting. Maybe you're praying for something, but you feel like nothing is happening. You're waiting for healing, a breakthrough, a new opportunity, but you see no movement. Remember this: God is never late. He is always on time. Think about David, anointed as king at a young age, but didn't take the throne until years later. During those years, he faced battles, betrayals, and hardships. But every challenge prepared him for his destiny. Your waiting is not wasted. God is working behind the scenes, aligning things for your good. How to live out Romans 8:28. Trust God even when you don't understand. Faith isn't about having all the answers. It's about believing that God is in control even in the storm. Stay close to Him. Read His Word, pray, and surround yourself with people who strengthen your faith. Look for the lesson in every trial. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, what is God teaching me through this? If you're feeling discouraged, I want you to declare this today. God is working all things for my good. My struggles are not wasted. My pain has a purpose. My story is not over. Let this verse be your anchor. Hold on to it. Speak it over your life. Because no matter what you're facing, God is working all things together for your good. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone who needs encouragement. And remember, your story isn't over. God is still writing it.